I would say that the ideal life is a life of living in accordance with your nature. If you are a human, then this means to live as your ancestors did, and if you are an animal species, it means to live as other members of your species do. Humans act a certain way because their brains are built to process information in a specific manner, and this is more efficient than any other method. The human brain has evolved over millions of years to deal with the problems that humans have faced during all that time. So for humans, the ideal life is one in which their brains are allowed to do what they have evolved to do. That is, solve problems. This means a job or some other task or goal should be set for them. If humans do not have a goal, they will be unhappy and frustrated. They need to feel that they are doing something important and useful. So I would say that the ideal life is one in which they use their brains to solve problems and thus achieve goals. A good goal for a human should be something like make society more fair or help people. Of course, it depends on the person. If a person's goal is not really that lofty, then they should be set some sort of task or challenge to keep them busy. If a human has no challenges and tasks in life, they will have an unhappy life. I think the ideal life is one of constant change and unpredictability. A person who lives a relatively uneventful life will be expected to live for 80 years, whereas an adventurous person may anticipate living for 100 years. The number of things that can happen in each year to vary from very little. For instance, if a man's only goal is to avoid dying, or many, if he were constantly challenging himself. The ideal life for me would be one of constant motivation to do better, whether it is in skill acquisition, health and well-being, financial status, or relationships with others. The ideal life would be one where the individual is constantly challenged to improve himself, whether it be a physical challenge or mental. A person who has a routine job and not much of an interest in self-improvement will lead a more dull life than someone who is always challenging himself intellectually.